Welcome to my video. Welcome to my YouTube video, my YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Steve. And today I'm gonna do some abstract drawing because I like doing that. And I was doing that a little bit the other day in my sketchbook, and it was fun. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I do that for a video? You know, because like I enjoy it. You might as well do the things you enjoy doing. You know, even if other people don't. Maybe they won't quite get it. I don't know, or maybe they will. We'll see here. How do you start? You just start. You just start, and then you just deal with it, you know. Starting out small here. I had some big ideas for what I was going to do, but I didn't have time to like try to do all the cool stuff that I had in mind. So instead, this is what I'm doing. Do this, you know, I could probably do this for a while and see what comes up, and then if something good comes up, I can make that into the video. When I'm drawing like this, and by, and by the way, by this, what I mean is, what you're seeing right now, when I draw like this, you get ideas here too, you know. You draw a little thing, a little shape, and it looks like something. And then your imagination, it does its thing, you know, and imagines something. I think the trick is to take it slow. Take it slow, or take it fast, because when you take it fast, your hands can move faster than your imagination can work, and so you get past all of the preloaded things that you have up there, and you work your way into some other realm where things are not what you expect them to be, because you're moving too fast for your expectations to build something, to build an expectation. But then sometimes it's good to go slow, because then you can use your eyes and see what kind of shapes might look nice next to the shapes that you've already put down on the paper. So it's like a mixture of fast and slow. It's also kind of nice, the quality of lines that come when you are moving your hand fast. You know, you get that smooth curve, that is so interesting and attractive to look at. And then you gotta kind of like use, I think, rhythm and like pattern, and it's very, I think that it's musical. Well, maybe what I should say is like using those things helps to make the drawing look interesting, because otherwise you can get a lot of just like seemingly random nonsense. But if you can somehow mold that nonsense into something that has rhythm and forms and themes, then it becomes more interesting to look at. But that's the challenge, I think, to make something that's interesting to look at, but also free of the bounds of having to look like something that I'm trying to represent. I've heard that it's a bad idea to share what your intentions are, artistically, or creatively, what you're intending to build. I've heard that it's not a good idea to share those things because, and I actually am not sure exactly why, but my guess is that the reason is then people have expectations and you may or you may not fulfill those expectations. And it also kind of like it puts you down a certain path, and whereas if you don't tell people what you're going to do, then you can just do whatever you're going to do. And then later on you can show and tell. And but it gives you the freedom to go wherever you're going to go. You got to have that openness when you're trying to be creative. It's an important element. But of course, so are boundaries, so are limitations, because without those, then you end up with a mess, which sometimes is okay. But if you want to make something that looks interesting, in my experience and opinion, it helps to have some kind of a constraint. There's already constraints built in because of the way my body works, the way my hands work, the types of motions I can make with the brush, the shape of the brush, the paper, the flatness of the paper, the way this paint flows from the brush onto the page. And then every little thing, really. You could go over every little thing, even just the way everything works, the way liquid works, the way gravity works. That I can stand here and do this. There's all kinds of limitations actually built in. Okay. I could go on and on and on, man. I like doing this. So, got some things here. Some things I like, some things I don't like. I like this one. Let's see here. That's better. I like this one. I like this right here. Yeah. What happens is you end up with a bunch of stuff, and some of it's cool, a lot of it isn't. But that's okay, I think part of the process is learning, you gotta have space for making uncool things. You gotta have space for making mistakes. Otherwise, you wouldn't get anything. You wouldn't make anything. You'd just be like a perfectionist. And I'm kind of a perfectionist. And so maybe that's why I like doing these, because it allows me to be imperfect and still make interesting looking things. Or at least I think they're interesting looking. That's gonna end this video. That's good. That feels good, because like I was worried. I was sitting here thinking, how am I gonna do a video today, man? I didn't prepare anything. And then I made this one. And I was like, at least I have a default thing to go to, you know, if nothing else. But what I really wanted to do today was experiment and do something new. And so that's what all this stuff is about here. So I will see you again sometime in the future.